So you're listening to the G'day Sally Show, and I'm Sally Squires, entertaining the world. And tonight I'm reading you stories from my book, ZIG ZAG ZOG. You can see all of my books and other things on my website, which is www.g'daysally.com. That's GDAYSALLY.com. Now this story is called Spinola Becomes a Space Spider. SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider was obsessed with space. On very sunny days, she would swing upside down in her silky smooth spider web and watch the sun chase the clouds across the sky. Then at night, she would follow the moon with her huge space-following silky smooth spider eyes. And SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider was so obsessed with space that she would wish on a falling star. Can you guess what SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider wished for? Well, I'll tell you. SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider wished and wished that she would one day be riding on that falling star. One day, when she was hanging upside down, just swinging and swaying away on her silky smooth spider web threads, she thought, if I were to climb to the top of the tallest, highest mountain, maybe I could weave a silky smooth spider web so high in the sky that it would catch hold of the supersonic space winds and take me way out in space so I could float among the stars. As a golden spider, SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider just loved to roll all over the countryside. So the day of the great adventure, she rolled herself into a golden ball and she began to roll and roll towards the tallest, highest mountain. She hadn't gone far when she reached a rocking, rushing river. Uncurling herself, she looked up at the tallest, highest mountain that she was aiming to reach. So it seems that I will have to cross this rushing river to get to the tallest, highest mountain, she thought. So guess what she did? Well, I'll tell you. SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider wove some super-duper, stunningly strong spider silk and wrapped it all around herself until she was a little waterproof package. Then she rolled her golden self down to the water's edge and fell in the water. It was cold in the river, but she didn't mind. As long as I am heading to that tallest, highest mountain, I can bear the cold. Several fish came to see just what this golden ball was doing floating in their river. Maybe it would make a tasty meal. But just as they opened their mouths to take a bite, SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider rolled away, letting the rushing river swing and sway her to the other side. Climbing out, she unravelled her golden threads and started to roll again on her quest to roll right up to the tallest, highest mountain. Soon she reached the base of the tallest, highest mountain. Now I'm going to have to roll really fast up this mountain so that I can defy gravity, she thought. But then SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider had a second thought. My super strong silky smooth spider silk is very sticky, so if I attach some of my super strong silky smooth spider silk to rocks all the way up, I'll be able to climb the tallest, highest mountain. And that is exactly what SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider did. Sometimes the wild and woolly westerly wind would blow so hard that SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider thought it would blow her down the tallest, highest mountain. But she wound her super strong silky smooth spider silk around and around a rock so that she wouldn't be blown away. Nightfall came, and the golden spider was still making her way up the tallest, highest mountain. SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider wove a new web between two rocks, and she hung upside down in it, watching as all the stars came out one by one, lighting up the dark canopy of space. She was very happy. Soon I will be up there too, she thought. As soon as the sun started to chase the clouds across the sky, SPYRO WICKY Spinola started on her upward journey again. Finally she reached the top of the tallest, highest mountain. She thought she saw that at the very top of the mountain there was a terrifically tall tree. So she set out to climb to the topmost point of the terrifically tall tree. A pesky squirrel poked at her as she went past, but she ignored him and kept spinning her super strong, silky smooth spider silk all the way up until she was at the very top of the terrifically tall tree. Now SPYRO WICKY Spinola spider knew that she could make super strong, silky smooth spider silk as long as she wanted it to be. So she began to stretch out a surprisingly long trail of super strong, silky smooth spider silk. Once it was so long that she could not see the end of it, She began to climb out along the super strong, silky smooth spider silk. As she climbed, she could see the end of it being swayed and swung by the scintillating space winds. I know that I am nearly there, she thought excitedly. Slowly and carefully she continued to climb. She didn't want to rush because, although spider silk is 5 times stronger than steel, she didn't want to run the risk of her super strong, silky smooth spider silk breaking before she had reached the scintillating space winds so that they could blow her out into space, where she could at last be among the stars as she had dreamt for so long. At last, SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider had reached the end of her super strong, silky smooth spider silk trail. She let go of her long, super strong, silky smooth spider silk and took a huge leap out into the inky blackness of space. Whoosh! She was picked up by the scintillating space wind and carried far, far away into the space of her dreams. It seemed like she hadn't been flying along on the space wind when she could see a ball of bright colours coming towards her. She looked and looked as the ball of bright colours got closer and closer. Soon SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider could see that it wasn't a ball at all. It had a shape like a group of triangles all tangled together. In fact, it had a structure a lot like one of her super strong, silky smooth spider webs. But unlike her silky smooth spider webs, this structure was covered in coloured lights, and it even had a big sign on it which read, "Terrifically Trixie Tumbling Theatre." SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider was amazed. Fancy finding a terrifically tricksy tumbling theatre way out here in space. I wonder if this scintillating space wind will blow me over to the terrifically tricksy tumbling theatre. And sure enough, just as she wished, she soon landed right at the front door of the terrifically tricksy tumbling theatre, right under the big sign. She had no sooner put down her 8 legs on the front doormat than the door creaked open and a face appeared in the doorway. "You finally arrived! Welcome, we've been waiting for you all day," said the voice, and slowly the door opened a little wider. SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider was astounded to think that they, whoever they were, had been expecting her, and she was even more amazed to see that the creature who had opened the door looked exactly like her. It was another golden spider. "Come in," said the welcoming spider. SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider followed the spider inside, where she introduced herself. "What was the second spider's name?" I can hear you ask. Well, I'll tell you. This second spider's name was Chug-a-Long Chudley. SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider felt as if she was looking at herself, because Chug-a-Long Chudley looked just like her. Now, in case you're wondering how SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider knew what she herself looked like, it so happened that one very blustery and blowy day, she had been blown down onto a shiny, smooth, glassy pond, and she had seen a reflection of herself. And it occurred to SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider that Chug-a-Long Chudley looked just like her reflection. Well, once Chug-a-Long Chudley took SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider inside the terrifically tricksy tumbling theatre, SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider was amazed at what she saw. The whole inside of the terrifically tricksy tumbling theatre was covered in mirrors and golden glass balls, which reflected a myriad of marvellous and miraculous colours in striating streams and beams of light. "Why were you expecting me?" SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider asked Chug-a-Long Chudley. "We need a new acrobatic performer for our theatre, and we sent out a star whisper just yesterday. We're so glad you heard the star whisper." SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider didn't like to tell Chug-a-Long Chudley that she hadn't actually heard the star whisper, but she was so glad to be there at the terrifically tricksy tumbling theatre, out in the space of her dreams. "You can start performing tomorrow," said Chug-a-Long Chudley. "We are expecting a kaleidoscope caravan of cruisers to arrive on their way to the Out of This World convention on Star System Pegasus. We will be very busy entertaining all the space travellers, and so will you be. I'll show you your routines a little later, so you'll be ready, but first I'll take you to meet the others." Well, SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider was thrilled that she would be working in a theatre, showing the audiences all her carefully crafted, super smooth, silky spider special tricks and superb stunts. As they made their way through the terrifically tricksy tumbling theatre to meet the others, SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider could see her golden reflection in one mirror after another. There were hundreds and hundreds of SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spiders looking back at her. So many, in fact, that she began to feel dizzy. But soon they were backstage, and Chug-along Chudley introduced SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider to all the other performers. And to SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider's amazement, they were all spiders, but they were all different shapes and sizes and colours. She had never seen so many spiders before. SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider was so happy that she had made the long trek to follow her dream of one day living in space. Finally, I am here, she thought, and all the other space spiders welcomed her and were so friendly she knew that she had found the place where she belonged. So SPYRO, GYRO, WICKY, WACKY, Spinola spider became one of the star spider performers at the terrifically TRIXI Tumbling Theatre and enjoyed every minute of her life as a space spider. You know, Hawaii is a microcosm of the world with people here from all over the world, and Noa Noa Hawaii is a microcosm of the traditional arts of the world with beautiful patterns from many countries. They've been in business for 38 years with wonderful Hawaii design batik clothing. Their hand-dyed and handmade clothes have patterns that are based on traditional kapa and tapa designs from Hawaii, Polynesia, Micronesia, Indonesia, even New Zealand and Africa. So check out all of the wonderful items that Noa Noa has on their website, which is www.noanoahawaii.com. So I'll be back next week, so bye for now.